going to change your life. So can we just welcome with a hand clap?
Good evening, everyone. Good evening once again. Bwana asifiwe. Hallelujah. Yes, my name is Nashon. Nashon Kweyu is my name. I'm a speaker of today. I'm a speaker of today, and I'm very much glad to see you this evening. You're one of the school that I chose this year that I must work with. And I've purposed that by the end of this year, what we are going to experience is nothing other than excellence, excellence, and excellence. So I'm here to actually talk to all of us. And maybe just for avoidance of wasting time. Can everyone hear me? Is my voice clear? Yes, my microphone is very small, but it will actually capture everything. Yes, so I'm here to ensure that by the end of this particular day, we actually capture each and every detail that will actually be pronounced here today. I wish that you have a pen and a book, and I can see all of us have that, which is very good. So if you don't have that, you're one of the people that we'll be talking about today. Don't worry. Now, briefly about my life. I went to school in the year, I joined Form 1 the year 2001. The year 2001, I was in Form 1. I went to school second term, second week. I didn't join immediately like other students the way usually people join due to lack of school fees. I used to have a problem with the school fees. I used to be a fee defaulter for that particular case. Now, I actually learned in this school, remember I'm joining the second term, second week. So I only schooled in this school for only few weeks. Because usually when you join a public school, I don't know whether it happens nowadays, but those days, this particular first term fee that you didn't pay, it actually carries over. You have actually to clear it. So my school fees, the amount of money that I was to pay, mounted. It became so big. To an extent, I couldn't be allowed in that school for a long period of time. You can imagine being in a Form 1 and you are sent home second term completely to go home and look for school fees. So I went back home. I stayed home for like 2 weeks. I sneaked back in school without the principal's knowledge. Don't do that, huh? Yes. So I actually schooled for like, 1-2 weeks. So my technique was I could actually be in school. Whenever I see the principal coming, I take off. I dodge, so that at least I can get opportunity to sit down in class and read. So things actually became worse. To an extent, I couldn't be in school for long. I don't know whether it was a setup, but it wasn't a setup because I was a fee defaulter and no one could allow me in school unless I clear the school fees. So one day, principal came and, he found me in class. And this is the question he asked me, are you Nashon Kweyu? I said, yes. You're not supposed to be in school. Pack and leave. That's how I left that school. I started looking for another school. Remember now it is third term. And there's no way I could actually get school. So I had to stay at home until, the following year. So I looked for another school, Form 2. I actually trying to look for another school. I'll be very brief for the interest of time. So the second school, I'm actually looking on my own. I'm on the way riding a bicycle to look for another school. I don't want to stay at home because I want to learn. Now, when I actually started looking for another school, this is the second year, first term. Sorry for that. Whenever I could go, I could be told, no, we don't have a chance in Form 2. No, look for school elsewhere. There's no any other chance here. I looked for many schools, but fortunately, I got one. So when I got one, you know, I was to do an interview for me to actually be admitted. I did an interview. Immediately I did an interview, you know, I was considered. I stayed home for 2 good terms without going to school. Why? I did interview, I passed interview, but there's no school fees. So I stayed home. First term, that is Form 2. Second term, this is a real story. It's not plastic. This is a real story. First term, second term, Form 2. I went to school third term, Form 2. All notes written, syllabus covered by students, you know, everything done. I'm getting to a school confused. I don't know where to start from. I don't know where to finish. I actually have not written notes. I have not read. And, you know, I was in school for only few weeks. And the final exam for the year came. I had to do that exam to go to Form 3. Little did I know that I was still on the way going home. I had not cleared school fees. So I was chased away. Sorry to use the word chased. I was sent away to go for school fees. So I actually stayed home. That is Form 2, third term, at home. Form 3, first term, at home. And you see, this particular duration of time, I'm just looking for a school. There's one thing that I used to work hard. The moment I'm sent home, I couldn't just stay at home. That hakuna shule, hakuna school fees, sasa mimi nikae tu nitegemee wazazi wao sasa ndo wataenda watafute shule ndio mimi niende shule. I was not of that caliber. I started depending on myself right from class 6. So this is Form 3, first term. My friend, everywhere you will go, you could be told, we don't take Form 3. Neither do we take Form 4. Maybe we can only take Form 2. That means I was being told indirect, go and repeat Form 2. The life that I actually experienced from Form 1 to Form 2, it was so hard to an extent I wouldn't like a repeat. So I worked hard. I went to from one school to another, looking for this particular opportunity until I landed in, you know, a school. And during those days, you could be given a specific, you know, kind of exam for you to be allowed in a school, whether you've passed from your previous school or not. So I got a school that is Form 3, first term. Luckily enough, I had actually burned some charcoal, you know, nimevuta makonge. Those days kuna makonge tulikuwa tunauza makaa. So I had like around 1,300. I said, even if I can walk from here to school, so long as I pay this fee and I'm sustained there, I don't care. And exactly that happened. That's what happened. So when they accepted me, I don't have a box, I don't have a mattress, I have to go to a boarding school. School fees is not even a quarter, my friend. So I'm landing in a third school, the third year, in a Form 3. So I'm there, you know, I'm actually confused. I don't have a mattress. I was accommodated by a friend. We were sharing a bed, which is abomination. It's not allowed to share a bed in high school. So mnajua hiyo? It's not allowed. So I had to share a bed with a friend for one good term. My nickname was Squatter. Where was this squatter come from? This particular person, where did he come from? Jamaa ana hata mattress, jamaa ako tu, huyu ni squatter. That was my nickname. So ukiendelea na hii maisha kuanzia hapa mpaka umalize Form 4, kumbuka the life of a squaw, a speaker who was a squaw. Yes. Now my squatter, my friend, I'm in Form 3. I'm straining, and even sharing a bed it was not allowed. And how did I get there? You know, boarding master calls me outside, and you know, after we've been admitted, and he asked me, do you have all the requirements? I told him I don't have anything. And he was talking to another colleague who is a teacher now. Sasa huyu kijana tutamsaidia aje? Hana kitu bwana. Mattress yana, box yana, hana. And you know what? The other teacher told him, my friend, you never know who will be the next president of this country. Just help him the way you can. Do what you can. So this boarding master gets in and tells me, ask me, do you know anyone in this school, any student? I said, yes, I know Mr. Patrick. There was a friend who was coming nearby to where we used to live. So this student, his name was Patrick. So Patrick now accommodates me for the whole term. Before even that term ended, I was sent home for school fees. Now I'm at home. First term, by the end of it, second term, third term. I just got to do my mock. We used to do mock those days. Form 3 mock. There's no way you could go to Form 4 until you do mock. And my friend, it was mock. It wasn't a joke. So the point was, you are actually to get at least C+ for you to see the door of a Form 4. Guess what? When I was at home, I was not sleeping. My friend, during break time, najua ni saa 4. Na shule yetu watoto ndio wametoka wakunywa chai. Mimi pia natoka nje najinyosha kidogo. After 5-10 minutes, narudi kwa nyumba yangu kusoma. I could read like nobody's business. And I used to speak myself. I used to say, wacha tu nianguke mtihani. Lakini sitaanguka tu kwa sababu nilikuwa mzembe. I used to speak to myself. I could have my own meeting inside me. I could speak to myself. And I could tell myself, yes, the truth of the matter is, I don't have school fees. The truth of the matter remains, I come from a very humble family. The truth of the matter is, I'm straining. But one thing I know, sitashika mkia. One thing I know, I'll not get an E. Even something related to that. Okay, to wrap up the story. So I'm in Form 3, and you see, I need to clear all these particular school fees to be in school. Actually, the mock is approaching, and I've not cleared school fees. When I'm at home, I'm burning charcoal. You know, mimi nilikuwa adui wa miti bwana. Napata mti mimi nimeangusha makaa na choma, at least ndio nipate pesa za kunipeleka huko. Luckily enough, nilikuwa na ngoja tu mtihani ukikaribia ndio nilipe wasinifukuze tena. So I actually did that, and I was allowed to do mock. So the mock is starting, and I'm doing this particular mock. We did until paper 1 is over. Wait until paper 2 started. I was chased away. A teacher comes and tells me, who are you in this? My friend, I was sleeping in the dormitory. Na naona mtu ananivuta blanketi hivi. There was a friend, I used to have a friend. Kuna kitu we used to call it, we call it cold power. Cold power ni sukari na nini? Na koko unakoroga maji baridi na unakunywa. So after doing that, you know, I want to sleep because the following day we had a paper 2 mathematics. So I see someone pulling my blanket, and I was like, you know, there was a friend of mine by the name Kamau. Kamau used to be, you know, a close friend. Alikuwa ananisumbua sana, anataka kulipawa na wakati wa kufika wa kulala umefika, the next day is a paper. So I could tell Kamau bwana, I have a mathematics paper tomorrow. Go and sleep. Little did I know is the deputy pulling my blanket. So to some extent niligonga mkono wa deputy. Kama uenda ulale bwana, mimi niko na paper kesho. So the pulling of blanket, you know, became very consistent. So I had to know who is this particular person. Wait until I open and see. I saw deputy. And you know what he told me? My friend, even if you are coming from America, hey, you are going home now. You are going home now. It was the last time I cried. Yes, I went home. I went home and I stayed home the whole of that particular term. The paper 2, I didn't do it. So I did paper 1. So the only result that came out, it was for paper 1. Yes, it's true. I didn't have school fees. I can't blame the teacher. Now, I'm aiming at Form 4. Getting a school in Form 4 in another school. Getting a chance in Form 4 in a different school. My friend, is not easy. Don't joke here and play with this school, hoping that a time comes you can walk out of this school and go get a chance in Form 4 elsewhere. Hey, there's nothing of that kind. My friend, I walked. Niliendesha baiskeli natafuta shule wapi. So there's a friend of mine who was a bursar in our school, and he was coming from our neighborhood. So this particular person, I get to his school, and I'm explaining to him, and he told me, one thing he told me, you cannot get a chance here. We don't admit even Form 4. I mean Form 3. We don't. We only admit Form 1. Kama tumeenda sana ni Form 2. We don't admit from Form 3 onwards. So I stayed there crying, pleading with him, and in the process, the principal gets in. And the principal is asking, what is wrong? Who is this man? And the bursar tells him, oh, this man comes from our village, but he wants admission here. But now we don't take. And the principal told me, no, we don't take. I persisted. In fact, I walked in. Venye anajaribu kunikataza ndio naingia naye kwa ofisi yake. So principal told the head of department, the whoever was dealing with the exam, to actually set for me exam. If I pass, maybe if there is a chance, they will allow me. My friend, that exam was extremely hard. It was very hard for me. But you know what? Before I started doing it, I prayed. And God somehow, tell your friend, somehow God makes a way. Yes. So they were telling me, okay, what did you get? And remember from the previous school, I didn't do paper 1. So I'm coming with the results of paper. I didn't do the paper 2. I'm coming with the results of paper 1. And you see, I only got a C plain. And here, they are taking C plus and above. I struggle with that paper. By God's grace. Hey, guess what? I got a B minus. I got a B minus. I got a B minus. Hiyo siwezi jizuia ku celebrate. I got a B minus, my friend. Until now, the principal is looking at this paper and he's asking a teacher, are you sure you marked this paper very well? I got a B minus. So, a chance somehow is created for me. Another rule gets in. For you to step in a Form 4, you have to clear all, underline the word, all school fees of the year. Sasa mzigo ingine ndio hiyo. I stayed home. The time is approaching. The deadline of registration is approaching, my friend. I'm not settled. A priest was coming neighboring home. There was a day when I was actually walking, visiting friends, and just looking for a good helper, someone who can actually just step in and help me. And a priest is riding his bicycle and actually going to his mission. And he meets me standing under the tree. He asked me, what are you doing here? I told him, I'm just standing here. I'm from so-and-so's home, but I didn't get him. Why? What do you want? I'm registering exam tomorrow, and tomorrow is the deadline. So which subjects? How many subjects are you registering? I'm registering 8 subjects. He requested me, drop 1. I pay for you 7 subjects. So I had to drop 1 subject. By the end of it all, I've gotten money for registrar, but school fees still pending. So the last day of registration, I just presented myself in school. And I actually took money there. The bursar was kind of, no, we are not taking money for registration until we clear school fees. I just pleaded with him. And by God's grace, he registered me. My friend, I'm in Form 4. Hey! I'm in Form 4. You can imagine I'm in Form 4. I'm in Form 4. Jesus, I'm in Form 4. You can clap for yourself. Clap very well. Clap very well. Now, up to that point, I was like, if worse come to worse, hata nipate E, I'll still celebrate myself. But how can I get an E? Aje. I mean, how? So, I've registered. Immediately I registered, I was actually sent home. I stayed home first year. That is, term 1. I stayed home term 2. My friend, I stayed home term 3. I went just in school for rehearsal day, during the rehearsal day. So I'm actually presenting my locker there, and everyone is like, okay, this guy will give us E. My God, this guy was just here first time and he disappeared. And when you watatupatia E, this man will give us E, my God. And where is he from? You know what? I used to speak myself and tell God, you know what? The you who brought me from that far, you can finish this race successfully. And I couldn't look down upon myself no matter what. So first term at home, remember these are really store. Second term at home, now go form 4. Third term at home, my friend. In 844 system secondary, I didn't clear